right, so are we on...
So I got it. Kurt Metzger, so he put out an album called White Precious, which I think is one of the best comedy albums ever made. And he lost his fucking mind. Now he works for a guy named... He's burned a lot of bridges, so now he works for this right-wing guy named Jimmy Dore. Now, I don't know. I listened to some old Come Towns, and he sounded like he was a little kooky then. He sounded a little right-wing, but now he's just gone over the fucking rainbow. And now this is a clip of him defending Marjorie Taylor Greene. Turns out he's Jimmy Dore's writer, because Jimmy Dore is one of the least funniest fucking comics in history.
I can believe that. I don't know who these people are, to be honest.
You like Ricky Gervais was unfunny. This motherfucker...
This guy's voice Kurt's voice kind of pisses me off.
I used to really like him. You know what? I was big. Here's the thing. He's defending Marjorie Taylor Greene, but when I discovered Kurt Metzger, one thing I liked about him is he was always defending comics. But this was in the early days. I mean, people always have been. There's always been some war on comedy since the beginning of comedy.
Yes.
But this was when it started picking up pace again. Like it was cool to like shit on fucking fake.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's a female comic who's funnier than Ricky Gervais. So maybe that's fine.
I don't know if that's intentional, but the thing is the thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene is Jimmy Kimmel told the joke about her, and she called the fucking police on him. He said, "Where's Will Smith when you need him?" She called a Supreme Court nominee a pedophile. And he goes, "Jesus, where's Will Smith when you need him?" And she called the fucking Capitol Police, who she voted to defund and who she helped organize the January 6th insurrection.
Not to get off topic,
so
but we had something like that in Peoria.
Oh, really? An insurrection?
No. There was like some local comic who made a Twitter parody account of the mayor. And he had a SWAT team raid the comic's house.
You're fucking kidding me.
And then they found paraphernalia and put him and his brother in jail for like a month.
Yeah, but did they sue the mayor?
Yeah, but they only got like $20,000 or something for spending like a month in jail.
Because in Champaign, because when I was down in there in Champaign, there was a national news story about a kid down there that burned a flag, like right around the time I think Trump got elected or something, and they arrested him and he sued. He got a buttload of money.
This guy got almost nothing, and I think that's because they found the paraphernalia, and then they called that.
The cops in Champaign didn't know it was legal.
Well, they broke all the windows in his house.
Really?
It was a whole SWAT raid. Like they called in a SWAT team. I don't know if they even have SWAT based in Peoria. They might have had to bring it in from Chicago or something.
Fucking A.
And it's just like the most nuts thing ever.
But I just think that now he went from cancel culture and blah 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 all the time, and now all of a sudden he's defending. Anyways, Comedy Police. Hey, by the way, the normal co-host Gabe's out of town, so we have the substitute here, the famous film director John Landis, director of some of the greatest fucking films of the 80s, The Blues Brothers, Trading Places, Animal House, Spies Like Us. Anyways.
Thank you, Michael Keaton, star of The Founder.
I've seen that movie like 3 times. I love that movie.
I love McDonald's.
But
it just makes me so hungry.
I just love con artists who start major fucking chains. Here's the other thing. The reason I also bring up John Landis is because, I don't know, have you ever seen Kurt Metzger before?
No.
Because there's a great special effect in An American Werewolf in London where he turns into... They didn't really have good special effects in the early 80s, so they just had him turn into Kurt Metzger. Because Kurt Metzger is a 9-foot fucking Sasquatch with googly eyes.
Is he that big?
Yeah, he's like...
Okay, so I didn't realize that.
Go watch a roast battle with him. And, dude, there's motherfuckers that are up like to here.
I know. Why do I need to do... The problem is if you're a leftist, you're being betrayed by your own supposed side. I would think that's a good deal more of a problem than Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yes.
I've had 3 people bring her up to me. Why do I give a shit about anything to do with her? She's a backbench fucking congressman from a state I don't live in. I'm not clear on...
Yeah. Dude, Marjorie Taylor Greene is the Republican Party's, one of the biggest Republican Party's fundraiser. That's why you should care about her.
Also,
she voted against
she's in
baby
the US
formula.
Congress, not the Georgia State House, so like she passes laws that affect us.
Also, fucking Jimmy Dore is absolutely, and Kurt Metzger are absolutely obsessed with fucking AOC.
Yeah.
Who's in Brooklyn. Okay.
It's not my district. Why should I care?
Why the fuck
I don't even
should you
care
care?
about Nancy Pelosi. And Biden, he's from Delaware.
I don't like that bitch. But anyways.
Biden's from Delaware. I don't care. I've never been to Delaware, so what should I care about that guy?
What do I care? He's some backbench senator from fucking Delaware.
Backbench president, excuse you.
Backbench
Actually,
president.
that might be an accurate description.
What's the draw here for me to care about Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Yeah. Man, did you see her? She did a video of all the death threats she gets on the phone, and it was fucking crazy.
I know. Dude, you know what? She fucking also threatened to shoot Nancy Pelosi.
See, that's demonetized.
There's a fucking... She did. There's a video footage of her going like drunk on fucking boxed wine and fucking Quaaludes or some shit or crack or whatever, and at fucking AOC's office, like yelling into her fucking mail slot, going Alexandria, with a mob of people.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
It is. Well,
but probably not for AOC.
That's because her voice sounds like fucking like the drip that comes out of your cock after you fucking get it infected. She's like, Kurt Metzger, I want to thank you for standing up for me.
She's not gonna fuck you, bro. Well, she might have read
she
some
will.
things.
She absolutely
read some things.
You can come on my husband's face in front of me, Kurt Metzger, because you're a patriot. That's what her fucking voice sounds like. I want to thank Bill Maher for standing up for our children from these teachers.
Well, good. You lose your status of woman and protected when you don't do what I want.
Like the amount of death threats.
Well, she never said that Jewish space laser. You know the Jewish space lasers thing that everybody repeated? I looked up what she actually said. She said something that was kind of like dumb, but it wasn't that. The person that wrote the article thought they were being funny and just summed it up as that, and then it got repeated verbatim.
Bullshit.
No, I saw, yeah.
She said Rothschild.
Well, she said Rothschild space laser, and then I've seen the argument in, like, conservative blogs that it was like, well, even though she said laser, what she's describing is more harnessing the sun's energy and heating the earth, which technically wouldn't be a laser, it would be a heater.
Rothschild is a euphemism for Jewish since the 19th century, and this is what's funny. The reason I point this out is this is what makes me fucking laugh. Is these motherfuckers will use these fucking dog whistles, and they get mad at you when the dog whistle doesn't work. It's like a fucking kid. It's like a little kid that's like playing hide and go seek with you, and they're hiding behind the curtains and you can see their feet. But if you find them, they'll be like, Dad, I'm hiding. You know what I mean? Like, we know what that means.
Dog whistles are some pussy shit. They really are.
They are.
It's really pussy shit.
It's funny because in this video later on...
she acts so proud of her views and, like, I won't be silenced, but, like, she won't actually say...
Yeah, she'll say
what
Moloch.
she means.
Moloch. She'll say George Soros, the Rothschilds, and Moloch.
Like, just say it. You're not going to lose any voters by saying it.
Not one fucking voter.
She
Dude.
just won her primary. She has 2 more years.
Did she win her primary?
She did.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I think that's a hard
fucking
our district. So
dude,
she's got 2 more years. So, like, this is the time. Just say what you mean.
God, dude. Kurt Metzger probably does want to fuck her. With his fucking Sasquatch body and his micro penis.
But anyway, Kurt Metzger is wrong because she did say it.
She did say it. She clearly said it.
And she
By
said
any
space
definition,
laser, which, to be honest, the space laser part is funnier than the Jewish part.
Yes. The whole thing is fucking funny. Like, imagine being that in denial about global warming that you would invent a space laser. A laser from outer space is causing fires.
Yeah, because we totally don't have one.
You can literally just...
we don't. Smokey the Bear wasn't talking to us when he said only Jews can prevent wildfires.
It's like the Real Genius. You ever seen Real Genius? The movie Real Genius? It's a great old Val Kilmer movie. They have this space laser, and they fill this asshole's house with popcorn.
I remember when she said that was like a whole thing because I was still in Chicago and everyone's like, can someone point the space laser in my driveway so I don't have to shovel it? Come on, I have a mezuzah.
I've been saying that for a long time about Obama. When he fucking promised to take our guns away, right? I took my guns and I put them at the end of the driveway. And I sat there for 8 years waiting for him to pick up those guns. And he never did. And so I was forced to donate them to a psychiatric ward of a hospital. And now we have these shootings, and it's Obama's fault. This is clearly Obama's fault.
And I'm like, you could have criticized what she actually said. You didn't need to make it a
They
weird
were.
anti-Semitic thing. They just threw that in for good measure, because that's how the media is. They put a little razzmatazz.
No, she did it.
Okay, see when he says razzmatazz?
Oh, yeah.
You can tell he's a funny guy.
Razzmatazz.
He's a genuinely funny guy.
Anti-Semitism.
He's got
I think razzmatazz is a good dog whistle for anti-Semitism.
Miles Davis was a wife beater. Made some of the most beautiful music in the world. This guy is a fucking fascist and a bigot. But I can guarantee you, if you listen to White Precious, it's one of the funniest fucking shit you'll ever fucking hear. I swear. I'm not kidding. Okay. He's got a whole bit about how God's like, you're using your buttholes wrong. And he's got this whole thing where God's got like one of those little diamond things and he's inspecting buttholes.
It's an entrance, not an exit, right? That's what I've been saying.
Well, I mean, no. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you. Well, okay.
He makes me sick, honestly. Watching him talk about Rittenhouse makes me sick.
The grift that keeps on grifting.
Well, do you?
That's true.
I don't watch him enough to know if he believes what he's saying. Like, I think a lot of them, it's not that they don't believe what they're saying, it's that they don't know what they believe until their group or money tells them.
He literally just described his boss, Jimmy Dore, who is a fucking liberal comic who wanted to be Bill Hicks and couldn't pull it off because he didn't know how to write a joke. And then instead he became a political commentator for a liberal online network, but he didn't want to read anything. So then he just became a right-winger where he could just make shit up.
I think the issue is you just described like 95% of the world.
I know, but I mean, pick a fucking job and stick to it. The opportunities that Jimmy Dore has had over the years that he didn't earn, that I would fucking kill at those fucking positions. I'm a better comic than he is. I know how to read. Done. I'm already overqualified for his fucking job. But the Metzger reminds me of when Metzger worked for Amy Schumer. There was all these joke theft accusations, like aimed at Amy Schumer, where they have compilations of her just stealing bits from Kathleen Madigan, from fucking Zach Galifianakis. You know the Zach Galifianakis joke I'm talking about?
No.
I'm very well read.
I've never actually watched Amy Schumer stand up.
Oh, okay. Well, the joke is I'm very well read.
Well, what's the joke?
Well, instead of saying I'm very well read.
No, I get that.
I don't know the context.
But I can sort of see that being funny as Zach Galifianakis says it because he's like
he's just he's playing the
deadpan,
piano
like,
and he goes,
says stupid shit. What's Amy Schumer's angle on
people think I'm dumb, but I'm very well read.
Yeah. I can't
see
how
joke
Amy
kind of
Schumer
like that.
can make that funny.
I got a bit like that where I'm like, I dropped out of collage. Anyways, he fucking fervently.
So you stole it too.
No, I stole the idea, but not the actual joke.
I think you're just making fun of people who speak English as a second language.
No, that's not joke theft.
I think you're ableist.
That's not joke theft. I've had people steal jokes from me. I've accidentally stolen a joke, then fucking erased it after I realized that I took it.
I've got a joke that I stole from you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been going around to all the open mics singing your ATM parody. No one's been laughing. No one's been laughing, and then I say, sorry, this was by Paul's uncle.
That's what I'm talking about. See, this isn't joke theft. This is what I'm talking about. This is another example of what I'm talking about. There's types of jokes. So, hold on. So this is the idea. I'm a really big Sandra Bernhard fan, and I loved her on Letterman. And whenever she would go on Letterman, she would just randomly belt out into song. Yeah. And so I always loved that. So I always wanted to do a bit where I sing.
But there's a difference between like an homage and stealing a joke word for word. And I haven't actually done that.
That's plagiarism.
Yes.
But there's being derivative. You know, half my fucking act is, Sometimes I get conscious around Joe Calise because someone the other night because I felt like sometimes my delivery might sound a little like his.
I could see that a little. Your delivery on Sunday didn't.
Yeah, because I was trying to.
I haven't seen either of you enough to, but I can see like you guys have the same kind of sense of.
I barely
twisted disgustingness.
Night.
Well, that's because there were four people.
The delivery. It's the delivery. It's very. We both. He gets it from Norm Macdonald, so we're both probably huge Norm Macdonald fans.
Yeah.
And there's like a sort of dry, very delivery. Yeah. Sort of delivery.
Well, in like almost every comic, if you read stuff by them, they'll talk about who influenced them, and you can see it very clearly how that affected their delivery of jokes and their style.
Yeah. Louis
like
C.K.
Sacha Baron Cohen will say, like, I got my ideas from Andy Kaufman from watching that.
Louis C.K.
But it's not stealing jokes.
Louis C.K., well, that's the last guy that ever invented a new kind of joke.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, because he fucking had a year-long bit where he fucking pretended that he had lost his mind and had become a professional wrestler. Then he got to the Letterman show, had Jerry Lawler smack him in the face. Then, this is the punchline. That's the setup. Here's the punchline.
Is that he died of cancer. I thought that was the punchline.
No. Here's the punchline. The punchline was that he put out a press release in the New York Times threatening to sue NBC, and he was going to sue NBC, buy NBC, and then have 24-hour wrestling.